We're unmuted there. There we go. Hey, good morning. That is not what I want. Let's see over here. There we go. I got to get this filter off. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're ending that and we're not sharing and we're starting over. So, little fun in the morning. Hey, listen, good morning. Good morning. Let me get that up so you're not just staring at my navel. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 1401. Conversation today is about flight. Let me hit record somewhere. I got to hit record. There we go. Recording. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 1401. And we're going to get started here as soon as I figure out my Instagram. The IG. There's live. And there is no. Okay, awesome. There we go. Hey, listen, the conversation today is about fight, right? What is your recipe for fighting? What causes you to fight? What causes you to get up and rumble in the jungle? I don't know what's going on with my brain this morning. So here's my question for you. Yesterday, we talked about fear. What's your recipe for fear? I'm going to go through all five of the F's, right? Fight, flight, fear, fawn, and freedom. Fawn? What's fawn? Well, that's fawn is where you placate everybody. You make everybody feel good, even though you're scared to death because you don't want them to argue with you a little bit more. Hey, good morning, everybody. Who's there? There's Christina. Hey, Christina, you're like on multiple platforms. You are a tech genius. So what's your formula for fighting? Some of us just say, right, what's the best way to win an argument? Anybody know the two words to win an argument? The best way to win an argument and still have everybody all pissed off. You know the best two words? Well, shut up doesn't really end the argument. You want to know what ends the argument? Although those are good ones. You're right. You've just poisoned the water between the conversation. You've ended the fight, but the fight still goes on. The fight is still smoldering. So here's my question for you. When have you fought in the past? What do you fight for? What is worth fighting in your life? We talk about all the time about our comfort zone. Let's get out of our comfort zone. Let's get into this. Let's get into this fight zone. Where are you going if you're leaving your comfort zone? Are you going into your fear mode? Are you going into your fight mode? Are you going into your flight mode? Are you going into your fawn mode? Or are you going into your freedom mode? You're in one of those 5 F's. And if you don't think you're in any of those, you're really effed. Not appropriate for children under 13. So here's my question for you. What are you going to fight for in 2023? What are you exhausted that you've been fighting for that has become such a habitual pattern that you no longer want to fight? How many things have you given up fighting on? Have you given up fighting on finding a wonderful, powerful, romantic relationship? Have you given up fighting on finding your ideal business model? Listen, I got to tell you, if you ever had a conversation with somebody about the professional side of the business, the profession I'm in, you would think everybody else is nuts who works in the real world. I'm serious. If you truly understood it, if 98% of the population think what we do, what I do is foolish, a scam, it's one of those things, thank God, because I don't have any competition. Because if you sit down across from me, I will show you how you can put your fight into play. I can show you how you can fight distraction, how you can fight procrastination, how you can fight delay, how you can fight delusion, how you can fight. That's the biggest challenge that most people have is they have a delusional, this is going to hurt. What is today? Today's the 28th, but is it like Tuesday? I think yesterday was Taco Tuesday. Is today Wednesday? Somebody in the VIP chat, tell me what day it is. I'm not even sure. It is Wednesday. Okay. It's Wacky Wednesday. Here's Wacky Wednesday. You are delusional. Ouch. Wait, what? No, Sean loves me. He wouldn't call me delusional. Oh, no. It's because I love you. It's because I thank you graciously. Building. Thank you. It's because you're delusional. I will tell you you're delusional. Here's why you're delusional. Listen, it's your mental toughness. You have decided that you are going to play, if you are going to play the game from the stands. Sean, I'm in the field. I'm on the court. I'm in the arena. I am the one who's standing there and getting my face marred with blood, sweat, and tears. Not really. You're getting shit thrown at you. I have no doubt. You are getting covered up in doubt, in fear, and frustration, and you are fighting for your life. You are fighting for your life. You are not fighting with your life. You are not fighting with disease. You are not fighting with your body out of ease. You're not fighting any of that. You're fighting everything on the outside. When you start the fight on the inside, when you start dealing with the addiction to approval, when you start dealing with the mindset of others, when you start to decide to get mentally tough, your fight will be fierce. Right now, you have a weak fight going on. I don't even know if I like him anymore. That's okay. That's the fight. See, that's the fight. This is the fawning. This is the fawning. One of the other F's that nobody talks about is where you're wanting you to be nice. Can't we just be nice here? This is being nice. Wouldn't it be nice if you had 10 times the income that you wanted? Wouldn't it be nice if you took the last 10 years of your income and put it all in 2023? Wouldn't it be nice to make a decade's worth of income in the next 12 months? We could do that. You could do that. You're capable of doing that. So I'm not going to be nice anymore. Nice is what spaghetti. How are you? I'm fine. My spaghetti's fine. We're not doing fine anymore. We're doing fierce. See, and what's those phrases we see all the time? A lion doesn't run around telling mice why they're the king of the jungle, or a bee doesn't run around telling flies why honey tastes better than shit. I can't explain it to you anymore. If you don't have it by now, I don't know when you're going to get it. And here's my question for you. When you decide that you're going to make the decision to have more of what you want, this will be a wonderful place to hang out. Because this isn't about being average anymore. This isn't even about being above average. See what my old story is doing? It's starting that's called neuroencoding for me. If you heard it, you just witnessed some neuroencoding about being above average. And why did my throat start to clog up while I was saying that? That's neuroencoding. That's the way your body sneaks in these little things and you go, well, that's weird. No, it's not weird. It's science, baby. It's pure science what's happening. And the science is your old story is kicking your ass. The reason you have no fight left in you is you're exhausted. You're trying to be strong every day. I need to be strong to get through today. No, you need to have power. When you decide that you're no longer going to be strong and you're going to use your power, you're going to flip the switch from having to go lift 75 pounds of weight to realizing I can move my doubt with my mind. I can create images that are stronger than any wall that is blocking me. I can create visions. I can create dreams that are more powerful. I know how to use technology. I know how to work my brain to ask 3 questions before I go to sleep at night to increase my power. So in the morning, see how all of this is happening inside of me? I've said this 1,000 times. I've not said it in this certain way. See, this is a Wallace D. Wattles moment. It's not about doing certain things. I've done this certain thing 1,000 times. It's about doing it in a certain way. It's about the vibration that's behind it. It's about the power, the fight that's behind it. How many of you are ready for a fight? How many of you are ready with a fight for yourself? How many of you are ready to fight, have the fight of your life so that you can have more of what you want, less of what you don't? It's really not going to take another program, another book, another training, at least not to get started. Now, what it is going to take is for you to have an alignment and an adjustment in the way that you look at things, right? We're going to Wayne Dyer have a conversation. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. I want you to think of a movie, just any movie if you've seen movies, maybe a Western. And the best gunslinger walks into the bar. Everybody else has got their guns and everybody else is fighting in this, that, or the other, and they're threatening and they're posturing and they're doing all of this stuff. But the greatest gunslinger walks in. Does he feel a threat? It's a threatening place, but does he feel threatened? Does she feel threatened? In case there's any female gunslingers out there. No, because they're confident. My question to you is what are you practicing in your fighting? What have you fought? What did you fight yesterday? Did you fight fear? Did you fight doubt? Did you fight somebody else's opinion of you? Did you fight? Listen, the family's coming over, right? There's New Year's. You just got done with Christmas. Did you fight some old stories with family? Drop an F in the chat if when family came over, you fought some old stories. Maybe they didn't affect you as much, but they brought up old stories. Drop an F in the chat. So if they brought up old stories and you had to fight it, you were exhausted. I choose not to. I have power. If you come to my ranch, you come to the ranch here, Rocky Creek Ranch. This conversation brought to you by Rocky Creek Ranch, powered by Ketone. Let's me write all this off. So here we go. You come here. This is my place of power. It is. You're on my turf. But here's the thing that most of you may not be aware of. I take this with me wherever I go. Are you ready to take your turf with you? What is your turf? The reason is that you take it with you. You take it with you. You take the frustration and the aggravation, and you take the angst and the anxiety. You take it with you. Why aren't you choosing to be powerful? Hey, Gene, how are you? So what's your fight? What's your formula for fighting? Well, I don't want to fight. I don't want to get anybody upset. Bullshit. What do you mean you don't want to get anybody upset? Then you're going to be the one upset. Here's the thing. You can fight without hurting anybody. Would you like to know how to do that? Would you like to know how to fight? Fight your ass off and not hurt a single soul. You invite them on the journey. See, when you start fighting, people think by defense, by design, by genetic code, what we resist persists. And when you start fighting, everybody thinks you're fighting them. It's a psychological truth. If I put my hand up, do this with somebody. If you're in a room right now with somebody, just put your hand up, ask them, put your hand up and just start pushing. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What do they do? 100% of the time. You start pushing, what do? They push back. All you said was raise your hand. All you said was raise your hand. And so they raised their hand and you started pushing, they pushed back. You didn't say push back. We're designed to resist. You could do that with everybody. You could do that with everybody. So I'm putting my hand up. You're putting your hand up and you are resisting this, because if you don't resist this, your identity no longer exists. I want you to change the way you look at things. So if you change your identity, who do you become? Listen, I could let you push me all day long. It's just my hand. I'm not tying this to my entire life. You're changing me. You have power over me. You got no power over me. We're talking about pushing hands. What if you knew when to fight? What if you could fight cleanly? What if you could fight ninja style? What if you could finally have all that you want and none of the crap you don't want? That'd be a good fight to sign up for, wouldn't it? What if your fight could also bring your family all of the things that they want and none of the stuff they don't want? And they're not even part of the fight. They're just in the kingdom. You get it? They're in your kingdom. Anybody who's in your kingdom is going to get better because you've decided to fight wildly. I don't want to say unfairly, but you're no longer using the rules of engagement. You don't have to have rules of engagement. I don't need somebody to tell me I'm not good enough. I don't need somebody to piss me off so that I finally get fired up enough to take a stand. Why do I need to take a stand? What am I standing for? Am I trying to hold on to my old self? I don't even want my old self. I keep telling everybody I want to get out of my freaking comfort zone. How is that possible that I have to take a stand? You can't push me around. I hope somebody pushes me around. Push me all over God's green earth, because this is not where I want to be. And I am choosing to take a step out of here every single time. But when somebody says, oh, you should go this way, bullshit, I'm staying here. You can't make me do that. That'll change my identity. Starting to see where this gets a little squirrely quick. You're starting to see where you feel a little uncomfortable quick. Because this stand you're taking to hold on to what you want, and then you tell everybody on social media, let's get out of our comfort zone. You're so tied into this pain zone, you're afraid. You think the comfort zone, leaving your comfort zone, is going to be more pain. It's going to be more freedom. And when you get that through that brilliant, thick skull of yours, you'll start to realize I need somebody who's going to drag me kicking and screaming out of my comfort zone, out of this pain zone that I've become so numb to that I've called it my comfort zone. You can't even feel anything in this zone. You wake up hitting the snooze button. Oh, I'm fearful of the day. You wake up, you go to sleep exhausted. I didn't get anything done. And I got tomorrow to come, and I got to get some sleep, because if I don't get some sleep, I'll have a crappy day. And if I have a crappy day, like tomorrow will be even worse than today. And you live in this state of fear, and your cortisol is elevated, and you've got this ring of just belly stress that's all over you. Your neck hurts and your back hurts, and you can't even get to rest. And you're watching social media right up to the end. I got to make my posts, and I got to do all this stuff. You are fighting for the wrong thing. You're fighting to make a place in a world you don't want to live in. Anybody on here want a bigger house? Some of you love the house you're in. That's okay. Some of you, would you like to have more land? Would you like to be able to pay for your kids' college? Would you like to be able to pay for your grandkids' college? What's the legacy you're going to leave? They're going to fight over your estate in probate court and split it up, and the kids are going to argue and never talk to each other again because you didn't have a probate plan. You didn't have a plan to keep your kids out of probate court. How the hell did we get into probate court? Probate's a court. Well, when I die, my kids get all my stuff. No, it doesn't work that way. Probate is proving who's died. Probate is to prove who owned the stuff. And if the owner died, listen, if you ever went to go buy a car and the owner died, could you just drive up the driveway and go, well, I was going to buy this from him? That's not how it works. Why are you waiting till your death for people to share your stuff? Because you don't have enough stuff now to share. Ow! Oh my gosh. Why are you being so mean? Because somebody's got to wake you up to this comfort zone that you're in. This comfort zone that you're in, you have given up the fight a long time ago. It's time for the good fight. It's time to break free. And nobody needs to get hurt. Oh, there may be some bruised egos. Nobody needs to get hurt. The question is, are you willing to crush your fears and doubts? Are you willing to give up your addiction to approval long enough so that you can realize that they didn't care anyways? How many times have you been like, man, I just feel so bad, I did that to him. And you go, hey, listen, I'm sorry about that thing. They go, what thing? Drop a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm so sorry about that thing I did to you the other day, and I just need to apologize. What are you talking about? They had no clue what you've been holding over your own head. They had no clue. They had no idea. It didn't even bother them for a second. Or you get the other side. Yeah, that was kind of shitty. Thanks. But we're friends. We're blood brothers, blood sisters. I got your back. I got your six. And yeah, let's get over. Thank you for recognizing it. But no, it really wasn't that big of a deal. But you've carried it on and talked about it and blah, blah. And it just went on and on and on and on. The fight that is the most important fight you'll ever take on in your life is giving up your old story. Not saying you need to forget it. You just need to take the power from it that defeats you. And you need to take that power and not allow it to define you. You need to pull that power and make a decision to no longer delay your success. And that will piss some people off. I know. I've been doing this for 40 years, pissing people off left, right, and center. Mostly my family. And not that we argue about it. It's they have no clue. They haven't a single brain cell of understanding how I've gotten where I've gotten. They have plenty of stories. They have plenty of ideas of how maybe a sacrifice of theirs has given me the freedom I have. It's not true. How many of you, drop an S in the chat if there's somebody that's close to you, family, or even maybe closer, or an old relationship, who thinks a sacrifice they had is giving you your success? Drop an S in the chat. And you're just absolutely befuddled that they think they had anything to do with your success. But see, that's an old story you carry. You really don't, you're really not tied to it. But it's an old story. There's so many of these little tiny. Listen, if you understood the cilia that's in your lungs, that's in your trachea and all of your bronchial tubes, the little cilias, the little hairs that move the mucus on the inside that collects all the dust and everything that you breathe in, they're the tiniest little thing. You can barely see them with your eye. I don't even know if you can see them with your eye. They're microscopic. But yet, if those tiny little things didn't exist, we'd have some really serious breathing problems. You know what I mean? So how many little tiny stories in your life are kicking your ass and causing you to have to fight every day because you can't fight for your freedom? You're fighting to stay away from the fear of your old story because somebody might find out that you effed up. It would take a couple of ships of all of my F-ups for you to know all of the things I've done not so right. But they're not, it's just things done not so right. They're learning experiences. Failure is necessary. I love failure. It just pisses me off when I do it a second time. Once is an incident. Second time is a what? A what? A co-incident. Third time, it's a pattern. There are some things in your life that you have patterned. It's called habitual actions. Ask yourself this question. I'll leave you with this. Ask yourself this question. Who do I become when my habitual actions are no longer my habits? I mean, thank God every morning we don't have to wake up going, how do I learn to breathe again? I'm glad there's some things that are innate in our nature that our parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system take control over. I'm just glad. But how I get out of bed, and from the moment I wake up to whether I just roll in bed a couple of times, Michelle's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting up different every morning. Turn my pillow over. I do everything to show my body I'm in charge. There's nothing habitual. And from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm doing things as often as I can become aware of to make sure I control this body. The second you decide to take on that fight, when you decide to fight your habitual actions, it'll be the most difficult fight you ever start. Easy to do, easy not to do. Easiest fight you'll ever take, the most difficult one to stay consistent with. As soon as you do that, you will have an awakening and awareness and a freedom that you've never experienced before. I promise you, just controlling your body, sleeping different, waking up different, taking a shower different, brushing your teeth different, everything different, becoming conscious. And here's what happens. If you become conscious over the way your body moves, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, shake that ass. See? all of a sudden you're not thinking about what your ex said or what this did or what they said at work yesterday. You are constantly in the now, and you have a choice in the now to choose misery or choose joy. If you are not focusing on how to move your body and keep your body in control and how to stay up in front of this, right? How to stay in charge of what's going on, shaky, 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 woo, woo, woo. And if you're not doing that, your brain is running at 80,000 thoughts a day about the crap from yesterday, and you'll wind up in misery. And once you start down the misery path, you are so habitually attuned to it. You're like, oh, well, that's nothing compared to this. And when they did that, oh, and then you start comparing how painful other people's lives are to yours. So your life doesn't look like a shitstorm, but theirs really is. And all of a sudden, all you're talking about is pain and suffering and misery. And then you want to get on a call and you want to go talk to somebody. I want you to join me in my business. And they're like, oh, ooh, oh my God. What? Ooh. Oh, what is that energy around you? But they don't say that. They go, oh, it's one of those things. Oh, is that one of those things? Yeah, it's called the thing of being fearful. It's called the thing of being doubtful. It's called the thing of not having a conviction. It's not having an intention to be of my highest nature. Yeah, it is one of those things. And 98% of the population lives in one of those things of not having conviction, not having determination, not having focus, not having a definite major purpose, not having a daily intention, not having an hourly intention. And they die at 21 and we bury them at 65. How's that working for you? You think it's time to change? If it's time to change, go get on my email list so that you don't miss out on this mind-bending goal-setting conversation we're going to take. We're going to take some time, a couple hours, 2-3 hours. Maybe it'll be a couple of days. But my commitment in 2023 is to take you to a new level of dangerous, where you consciously make decisions that positively influence your family for generations. How many decisions have you made so far this morning that have influenced your legacy? Seriously. Today is one of those days. How many days do you have left, right? How many more Saturdays do you have left in your life? 100, 200, 200 Saturdays? That's all you got and you're pissing it away? How many more Wednesdays you got? What have you done to leave a legacy today? Did you leave a journal this morning? Did you write down your gratitude messages? Seriously? Yeah, gratitude. I tried to do gratitude. What did you do to leave a legacy today? Oh, it's not going to be a fun program until soon as you cross that bridge of fear and doubt and unknown, and you allow me to lead you, you allow me to take you on your path. You don't have to follow me. Just follow your own path. Just listen to the voice. You can hear me from the megaphone. I'm over here. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm heading that way. You take your path. I'll take mine. Jim Rohn said it best. I'll take care of me I'll take care of me for you. If you take care of you for me. Better yet, I don't need you to take care of you for me. I want you to. I want you to wish me well, but wish yourself well. I'll take care of me for you. I'm going to ask you to take care of you for me. Take care of you for you first, and then taking care of you will take care of you for me. Let's get dangerous. It's going to take a level of consciousness you've not tapped into. Momentarily you have, intermittently you have. Socrates used to have his students fast before they came into his class so they could learn. Some of us need to get on some intermittent fasting, intermittent eating to allow our brain to have some, right? If you want to do some road work, you shut down the road. You don't leave the traffic running over the road. You want to get some brain work in. You want to get some neuro encoding work in. You want to get some nervous system work in. You've got to shut down the systems that are causing you to be stressed. Eating is one of the biggest stressors. It's why we have a brain in our stomach. It takes so much power to digest stuff. When's the last time you gave your body some freedom, your body some time to relax? It's been the holidays. Most people, their intermittent eating, the body shut down is less than an hour a day. Most people. It's why they go, I can put on 15 pounds. It's because your body, Maybe you ate a bunch more, but you never gave your body a chance to digest. You never gave your brain a chance to rest. It's time to become dangerous. Question is who do you become when you become dangerous? Who do you become when you say the words, "It is so"? It's done. Nobody questions it. Who do you become when you say, "That's my target"? And nobody doubts it anymore, including yourself. Who do you become when you say, "I deserve more"? Who do you become when you say, "My family deserves more from me"? Who do you become when that becomes true? That's what we're going to do in 2023. You ready? Go get on my email list. SeanGMurphy.com. SeanGMurphy.com. Get on my email list. Because I'm going to kind of disappear off of social media. I'll be here sporadically, but these morning conversations will probably go away. There'll be a private room for it. Why? Because I want to work with the ones who are willing. I want to work with the ones who are ready. I want to work with the ones who are ready to change their environment. See, if I'm on social media, I haven't changed your environment. Maybe it's stupid on my part. I get to be stupid. So get on my email list, Sean G. Murphy now, and click up when you see it, when the box drops in, just put your email address in there. Oh, I don't use emails. Well, you logged into an email to get onto this. You still use emails. All right. I love you tons. Let's go be dangerous. I'm your head dangerous consciousness misfit. I'll see y'all where? I'll see you at the next event. Till then, bye for now. SeanGMurphy.com. Get on the email list. And YouTube, love you tons. Have an amazing day. I appreciate you. I'm going to have a little quick conversation with my VIPers. And I will see you all where? At the next dangerous event. Same dangerous channel, same dangerous time.